Hello everyone, I'm Ms. Viveshna Sharma, associated with Himali Boarding School, and I hope you have watched my previous video on the topic blood. Today we will be discussing about blood groups and about blood vessels. So let's start off with blood groups. What do you mean by the term blood groups? Now you go to the doctor or you may go to the hospital to get your blood tested. So the result that comes out may be AB positive, AB negative, O positive, O negative, A positive, A negative, B positive or B negative. You know, I think everyone knows your blood group. So how is this blood group differentiated? How is one person's blood group different from the other person's blood group? So blood group depends upon two types of proteins. Now these proteins are present in your erythrocytes and in the plasma. So one protein is present on the surface of the erythrocytes. If you remember, the red blood cells. This protein, which is present on the surface of the erythrocytes or the red blood cells, is called antigen. And the other type of protein is present in the fluid part of blood, that is plasma, and it is called antibody. So one protein is present on the surface of the red blood cells or erythrocytes called antigen, and the other protein is present in the fluid part of blood, that is plasma, and it is called antibody. Now let's draw a table and see how does this protein differentiate our blood groups. So first is the antigen, the protein present in the surface of the erythrocytes. Then is the antibody, the protein present in the plasma and your blood group. So first one, suppose antigen A is present in your erythrocytes, then the antibody present will always be B. So if antigen is A, antibody will always be B. Your blood group will be A. Similarly, if antigen B is present, antibody will always be A and your blood group will be B. If both A and B are present as antigen, then no antibody is present. Your blood group will be AB. In some cases, no antigen is present. Antibody present will be AB and your blood group will be O. Here, this means 0. O means 0. Okay? So if antigen A, antibody always B, your blood group will be A. B, antibody A, blood group will be B. If both are present, antibody will be O, blood group will be AB. If no antigen is present, antibody is AB and your blood group is O. Now where does the positive and negative come from? Now there is another type of protein which may be present again on the walls of the erythrocytes or the red blood cells. This protein is called Rh factor, where Rh stands for rhesus. Rhesus is a type of monkey. Now this factor, this protein, was first found in the rhesus monkey, hence the name Rh factor. So if Rh factor is present in your erythrocytes, then your blood group will be positive. If it is absent, it will be negative. So if you are A positive, that means antigen A, antibody B, and then you have rhesus factor. But if it is A negative, then antigen A, antibody B, and the rhesus factor is negative. Similarly, in all the cases it's the same thing. So if it is present, positive, if it is absent, negative. So this is about blood groups. Now, how does blood flow throughout our body? Now, blood flows throughout our body through small structures or tube-like structures called blood vessels. So let's discuss about blood vessels now. Now, in our body, there are three types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Let's discuss about arteries and veins first, because the artery and veins are just opposite of each other. Artery and a vein. Now, arteries have thick muscular walls. So the walls are very thick. Whereas in veins, they have thin muscular walls. So here, thick muscular walls. Here it is thin muscular walls. Now from the diagram itself, you can see that if the wall is thick, the hole in the middle is small. I think since it is a tube-like structure, you will have a hole in it so that the blood can flow. So here, this hole is small. Here, see, the hole is big. We call this hole lumen. So here, the lumen is narrow. Here, the lumen is wide. If you have ever watered your garden or watered flowers using a pipe, and if you hold the mouth of the pipe, that means you make the lumen small, what happens? The water comes out in spurts. Here also, since the lumen is small, the blood flows through it in spurts. It's not uniform. But here, since the lumen is wide, the blood flows uniformly or smoothly. Okay, next. Now, if blood contains oxygen, we call it oxygenated blood. And if blood contains carbon dioxide, we call it deoxygenated blood. So blood which contains oxygen, oxygenated blood, and blood which contains carbon dioxide, deoxygenated blood. All arteries carry oxygenated blood. And all veins carry deoxygenated blood. Now there is an exception, like all of us, most of us have 10 fingers, but there are some people who have 11 fingers, who have 12 fingers. Okay, so here also, in our body also, there is an exception. All arteries carry oxygenated blood, except there is one artery called the pulmonary artery. We'll be talking about this pulmonary artery later when we do structure of the heart again. So, if pulmonary artery is the only artery which carries deoxygenated blood. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. Similarly here, there is an exception. All veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. This also we'll be discussing about in the structure of the heart. Pulmonary vein is the only vein which carries oxygenated blood. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. All veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Now, all arteries we find it deep inside our body. We do not see our arteries. They are not superficial. They are deep inside the skin. Okay, so we say arteries are deep seated, whereas veins, the bluish thing that we see, no, are all veins. So they are superficial, just below our skin. So please don't get confused with nerves and blood vessels. Nerves are related to the nervous system. Blood vessels carry blood. So this blue thing that we see on our skin is actually the blood vessel, that is the vein, and not nerves. Okay? So arteries are deep-seated and veins are superficial. Only one artery can be seen. That means only one artery is superficial. Here if you see in your wrist, the bluish thing that you see here, this is an artery. So this is the only artery which is superficial. Okay, which can be seen right under our skin. All arteries are deep-seated and veins are superficial. Now the last type of blood vessels are capillaries. Capillaries are very fine blood vessels which connects arteries and veins. So capillaries are very fine blood vessels which connect arteries and veins. So I hope you understood how your blood group is differentiated and what are the different types of blood vessels in our body. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.